Alright, so I'm going to show you now how to set up the 72 by 72 box grid that we'll use to create Ridley. First we need to create diagonal creases through the model. So go ahead and bring one corner. Be sure to measure this out carefully. There's several different ways you can do this. I found the easiest way is to fold the model into a 3x3 grid and then fold each of those panels in thirds for a 9x9 grid. And then fold each of those panels in half again, and in half 1/3 time, which will give us our grid. What we need to do now is make a reference point that's 1/3 down from the top to the bottom. We're going to make a mark right in the middle of this edge. So bring these two corners together and just make a small mark there. And we're going to have a reference point on a line that extends from that point to this corner, but it'll only be on this diagonal line. So roll the paper down from that point you just made to this corner, and just make a tick mark right here along this diagonal. Now this reference point is 1/3 the distance from the top to this bottom edge. You're going to bring the bottom edge, roll it up to that reference point, and make a soft crease down here at the bottom. You don't want to fold too firmly yet because you may need to adjust a little. So flip the paper around, bring the raw edge to that folded edge. And pay close attention to the side here to make sure that everything is in even thirds. And once you've visually confirmed that, go ahead and press down. And once that's good on both sides, go ahead and fold through the entire paper. Now you've divided the paper into thirds. Now I need to go the other way, and you can use that same reference point. Alrighty, so we need to fold these panels into thirds. We already have diagonals. We're going to do this much the same way we did the 3x3 grid. Take the paper like this, fold over one of the edges, and bring the raw edge to the folded edge. This is going to be a crease that occurs in our grid anyway, so just go ahead and fold through the whole thing this time. And you want this to be the same on the opposite side here. Alright, what we're going to do is make another reference point here by folding from this point to this point. And just make a little mark there. Now this point is 1/3 the distance of this square. Go ahead and roll this up. Make a very soft fold there. Fold this back. And again, just visually make sure that this is lining up into thirds. There we are on both sides. And once you have that, go ahead and fold through the paper. And we're going to do this along all the sides of the paper here. For these, you can just use the reference point created from the diagonal and the pleats you've already made. Okay, so to continue on with a 9 by 9 grid, we need 2 more creases this way, 2 more in the middle this way. The best way to do that is to fold down one of the top edges and fold the bottom raw edge to that folded edge, which will give us this crease. Unfold and do the same thing the other direction. Okay, now we have a 9 by 9 box grid. We need it to be a 72 by 72. So the way we get there from what we have is to fold each of these panels in half, turn the paper, fold each of these in half, then fold each of those panels in half, turn the paper, fold in half, fold in half again, turn, and one last time. So divide each of these in half, fourths, eighths, and then it'll be a 72 by 72 grid. We want the final pleat around the edge when we're done to be a mountain fold. So we need to turn the paper over, right? So fold, back, fold. Okay, so turn the paper so that is the primary color up, or whatever color the main body is going to be. Fold this back. And then start pleating like this. The next set we do, this outside edge is going to be a valley fold, which will mean the pink side will have the mountain folded edge for the pleats, and then the final one it'll go back to purple. Go ahead and do the rest of these. Alright, now we have the paper fan folded into 1/18 going one way. So we need to, what I like to do is realign the pleats each time I turn the paper and start going the other way. The next one we're going to do is a mountain fold, so we fold this back. Just go ahead and make sure you're not creating any new creases here. And set yourself up to begin the next row of pleats. Okay, now we have an 18 by 18 grid, and we don't need to turn the paper and change directions because there's already going to be the same number of pleats running that way. The reason I changed directions is I don't want to fold all 72 grid going one way and then go back and do all of them going the other way, because each new layer of creases you add kind of warps the paper a little. It helps to keep it even. So since we already have an even amount going this way and this way, all you're going to do is continue on. And this next division here, 36ths, which will take a while. This whole process will probably take maybe about 2 hours to fold all the box grid from a square. And again, we're using a 2-colored tissue paper. That's 2 pieces of tissue paper that have been pasted together so that they fold as one paper. We want that one color on one side and one color on another side so that we can utilize structural color change in the model. This model is not painted. All of the color change that you see is due to the fact that we're going to be manipulating the paper so that either one side or the other shows, which helps to sell the illusion of the model. And if you look up pictures of Ridley from the SNES version, I'm using the color scheme that they brought to him in that game with the paper that I'm doing this tutorial with, but I'm also going to be folding the model with this green and purple paper, which is truer to the SNES version, I'm sorry, the NES version, which is how I was introduced to Ridley. Some of you may only know him from the recent Smash Brothers Wii U, where he comes in and kind of wrecks up one of the levels. He looks a little bit more menacing in that version. Still the same sort of body type, though, sort of a pterodactyl dragon monster. So, hey, leave me a comment in the comments below and let me know which version of Ridley that you've experienced before. How did you become acquainted with Ridley? Maybe you didn't know about him until this video that you're watching now. So leave me a comment. I'd be interested to know which version of Ridley you're most familiar with. Whew, okay, so divided the paper into 36ths going one way, and the paper is still in 18ths going the other way. So we're going to smooth this out, turn the paper. The next pleat that we want is going to be a mountain fold. So we're going to fold this back into valley. So when we next go, it's going to be out. And again, I like to realign the pleats in the direction that I'm going to be going next for that purpose of making sure everything stays as neat as possible, so the paper has the greatest chance to be nice and uniform. Alright, that's folded down, and now we'll begin our third to last set of pleats. The last two, which will be our 72 and our final 72. Okay. So now we have a piece of paper that's been folded into a 36 by 36 grid. Now all we have to do is divide each of these panels in half one more time. Now it's most convenient on the last set of these, now that the panels are very thin, to just do them individually rather than layering them all on top of each other like I have been. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. First one, I'm going to fold over, just bisect the parallel creases and raw edges there all the way down the paper. But instead of folding this right on top of the next one, go ahead and unfold what you've done up there. Go to the next panel and just fold this one now. Just because it's going to start to get too tall and the paper is going to squish down, and the table is going to offer you more of a solid surface to fold on. The paper underneath this, if you were fan fold it on top of each other, is going to get too squishy. So unfold, fold everything back, and just go through each individual panel like this. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this off camera. I don't think there's too much left to the imagination. We're just going to bisect the remainder of these, and then when that's done, turn the paper and do the rest of those going that direction until we... You're just going to make sure that you find the exact center of the model, because it's the same on both sides. You're going to count out 1 and then draw another line here. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All of these are 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like this one. 10, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to check that out. And then the tail section here. 1, 2. That's 2 away from the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And that's 1 space away from the center line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then repeat that on the opposite side. And once you have that on both sides, and you know that all your lines are correct, go through and just crease through the corners of all these boxes, using that to align, making sure that all those lines are nice and straight, so that when we come through and pleat this, those pre-creases are going to be very well established for you to make all of that collapsing of the model much easier. Okay, in the next video I'm going to show you how to collapse the model. When you're done with this section here, it's a good idea to turn the model over and make sure that all of your creases here match what's on here. That way you know you didn't skip anything. Alright, and we'll see you in the next video where I'm going to show you how to collapse the model down and shape using CMC glue or wallpaper paste or whatever kind of you know, whatever kind of stuff that you'd like to use. Okay everybody, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.